Have you ever noticed that you keep making the same decisions over and over again, even though you always tell yourself that this time will be different? Chances are it's not a matter of willpower, it's your mental set, which people often call mindset. Let's explore how it works. A mindset is not a belief. A belief is something that you can clearly put into words, such as, I believe that success requires sacrifice. A mindset, however, operates long before any conscious thought appears. Mindsets are usually the words that people absorb without any critical analysis. It's usually something that rules your life quietly. Before we go on, subscribe if you enjoy psychology content that reveals the hidden motives behind everyday behavior and help you understand people on a deeper level. A person with a mental set, I don't deserve good things, won't usually reject the good opportunities openly. Instead, they will find a way to miss it, arriving late, starting an argument, or even convincing themselves it wasn't worth pursuing in the first place. In the end, they will genuinely not understand why things seem to never work out for them. Some of the common limiting beliefs that people often develop are: if I'm asking for help, I'm weak. If I have a rest, everything will fall apart. And to be loved, I must be convenient. Pay attention. These mindsets don't sound in your mind as words. Instead, they determine what seems possible and what's not. Changing your mindset is difficult for a few reasons. First, it usually stays outside of your awareness. And you can't argue with something that you don't even know exists. The other reason is that a mindset works as self-fulfilling prophecy. The person with a limiting belief, no one values me, will usually notice only the situation where people do neglect him. They will also ignore the experience that tells otherwise. That's because your psyche doesn't look for truth. It looks for the confirmation of the familiar things. Now, that's important. Every limiting belief has their defensive function. The core belief, I can do it in a different way, releases your choice anxiety. As long as you follow this rule, you don't need to choose anything, and you're free from worrying. For some people, this is a way to avoid freedom. Sartre wrote, a person takes someone else's rules for the objective reality to not take responsibility for their own choices. The first step to correct your limiting beliefs is to identify them, because then you'll be able to see what exactly you need to change. Anyway, remember, you can't correct them quickly. Mindsets usually develop for a long time in the situations where they were the only way to adapt to reality. But now they simply stop you from living freely. And this is the main difference. Now, answer yourself one question. Is there any rule that you have been living up to, but had never chosen? The thoughtful answer to this question might help you find something to work on further. My name is Dan, I'm a clinical psychologist. Subscribe for more.